Hello, everyone. I would like to do a short video on perfection. I'm going to use a part of a video that I just watched. On the computer screen, you should be able to see the video. It's called Three Nights of Ayahuasca in Peru. This was posted by Setareh. That's Setareh. And I just thought this is, something. It just basically so that you can connect with the programming in our minds in the universe, because there's been a lot of programs that we accept blindly or just out of stupidity. So she's talking about perfection. Perfection. You hear words like no one's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Yes, everybody makes mistakes because we're in hell. We've been purposely being thrown off the rail so that we can falter. And you also hear things like everyone is a sinner, or humans are sinners, or whatever. It's all in pretty much in the same camp of thinking. I was born, Agbe Benibao, the Triple Cross. I was born with certain basic awareness. And one of these things is that it was a part of me that I understood at an early age without, this was not taught to me. This was just straight out of my own, I understood at the earliest possible stage in West Africa, in Togo, that part of me could do absolutely infinite harm, and a part of me could do absolutely beautiful things. And I knew this part was pure bliss, pure beauty. So when I came to the United States of America, years later, I began hearing nonsense like no one's perfect. So this video, hopefully you can hear it. If you can't hear it, sometimes these things don't record well. She is basically saying that, well, let's see if it'll work first. I had the subtitles on.
There's no way to describe with words in a human form the way I saw and received and understood what life is. That we are eternal, that there is no death, that we are each other, that we are nature, that whenever you forget what you are, look around you, you are the mountains and the birds and water, you are everything, you are animals and birds and flowers, that everything is constantly there to remind you of what we are. Everything's there to help you get to waking up and remembering. In such a way, one could say that we are extraterrestrials that have created a game for ourselves where we forget what we are. Because the game is so funny, and I could hear the universe laughing at everything, giggling like little gnomes, like hee hee hee, like we fall for our own tricks, and this being came to me after receiving the download of everything and put her hands around my head, and all of a sudden I could just feel everything like recoding, reprogramming, rebirthing, transforming, and having this new perfect body, and such a relief. I could feel the way it feels to be perfect, and realizing that you always are.
Okay, this is where you need to pay close attention. What it feels like to be perfect, and you realize that you have always been. Unfortunately, most people don't understand what perfection is, so therefore, it's a form of a lie to tell yourself that, oh, nobody's perfect. It's an excuse not to ascend. Because if you think about the devil on one shoulder and the angel on one shoulder, dude, what do you think that is? What do you think that symbolizes? What do you think that signifies? I don't care how big it is or how small it is, there's a part of you that always knows best. Perfection is what you are, most of us. Okay? Unless you are like, actually, it doesn't really matter. Even if you're a machine, you could always tap into the exact polar opposite and still have the absolute awareness and knowledge to advance. So let's replay that again.
After receiving the download of everything, and put her hands around my head, and all of a sudden I could just feel everything like recoding, reprogramming, rebirthing, transforming, and having this new perfect body, and such a relief. I could feel the way it feels to be perfect, and realizing that you always are. The only mental illness that exists, the only illness that really exists in this universe, is the thought that we forget what we are. And everything giggling like little gnomes, like hee hee hee, like we fall for our own tricks, And this being came to me after receiving the download of everything, and put her hands around my head, and all of a sudden I could just feel everything like recoding, reprogramming, rebirthing, transforming, and having this new perfect body, and such a relief. I could feel the way it feels to be perfect, and realizing that you always are. The only mental illness that exists, the only illness that really exists in this universe, is the thought that we forget what we are. It's part of the game. She came to me and said, I know why you're really here, and although you've received what you think you asked for, I'm about to show you what you really want to know. She said, I know you came here because you wonder about love and your love life. And she said, let me show you. And this is where like that joy comes in, where the tears don't stop streaming down my face. Like sheer, like my smile, I don't think has ever been so big. She told me to finally allow to be taken care of, that I don't need to do anything, I don't need to be anyone, that I don't have to be the strong one anymore, that I don't have to doubt anymore, to just allow love, that this love that is here and coming is divine. And it was just such a relief, just such a relief. I saw what I am, I saw that I'm a star. Like, it sounds so not modest, but like, I don't care. That's what I saw. And I know that that's what you are, because you are me.
All right.
Crazy, that's what you
I
are
think
too.
we're going to stop it here.
That I thought I really had left, which was my voice and the Shruti box.
Okay, people. That's pretty much all I wanted to share. Let me see if I can pause that.
What makes you think you are?
Stop myself? What the? All right, let's pause that. All right, let's stop that. All right, so, okay, people. So basically,
guaranteed.
Oh, come on.
Cuts or scratches.
All right, let's see.
This is definitely by far awesome.
I
Wet,
thought
dry,
I was. All right,
use.
let's skip that.
It cuts through coarse and
Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just that there are a lot of programs. Hopefully, source players will find this helpful, and non-source players to exit the game faster. Remember, you could always tap into the highest part of you. I don't care what you call it, perfection. You could do incredible, beautiful things if you allow yourself not to fall for the programs. Good luck back to source consciousness, source speed.